YouTube. This is my very first video, so be kind to me. I'm hoping to do something that is useful to those of you like me who bought an Alesis Nitro Mesh drum kit. This is my cellar. You may see how close the ceiling is to my head. This is because I'm 6'4" and the cellar isn't very high. Nor, however, is the Alesis Nitro Mesh drum kit very high. So for a 6'4" tall person, the Nitro Mesh is a little bit of a short kit. Great kit, but a little bit short. So what have I decided to do? Lift the kit off the ground. How to do this? Well, this is going to show you how I did it. So, starting from the beginning, I bought a 2 metre length of this, which is 40mm outside diameter Floplast plastic pipe, drain pipe. The inside diameter of which is 35.5 or nearly 36mm, which is exactly the same, just slightly larger in fact, than the outside diameter of the Nitro Mesh's legs. Brilliant, because this then slides over the outside of the Nitro Mesh's legs. We then cut the 2 meters of pipe into, in this case, 4 lengths of 400mm. Okay, so this bit is 400mm. Get 4 of these, put them to one side, and with the remaining pipe, we then cut some smaller pieces like this. Now these smaller pieces are 40mm to match the depth of the foot, and then an additional 25mm out the top, and that additional 25mm allows you to insert this into the bottom of the 400mm piece, and you do that by just cutting a little slot like I have here. Hopefully you can see that, a little slot in the outside of this tube here, around about 25mm in width. And what that does is it allows you to take the small piece and compress it, and so that it fits inside the 35mm inside diameter. So that piece, that little piece that you've cut and compressed, then forms the new thing on which your foot fits. Brilliant. So now we have a new leg on which the foot is mounted, but which is big enough inside diameter wise to slide onto the outside of the Nitro Mesh's leg. Okay, so how do we use that to raise the kit? Well, taking our drill, we drill holes. In this case I've used 25mm spacing, and I've drilled 25mm holes all the way up the length of this tube. Now I'm not going to want to raise the kit anywhere near this high, but this is just a glorious experiment. So I've made sure that I've got enough range to lift the kit as high as I think it needs to go. Maybe I'll even play standing up on that top setting, who knows. Making sure that the holes you drill are nice and clean, in a nice clean line, and when you're happy with that, you can then, maybe using a pillar drill, or something that keeps the whole thing very cleanly vertical, drill from the top through to the back, so that you have holes on both sides that match that spacing. Right, now then I've got a split pin, nice big split pin, you know, cost pence. You insert that into the hole, and that will go all the way through to the other side. If I can line it up properly. There we go. So there's our split pin going through. Now what you'll notice is that's providing a stop. So if I was to place that split pin down here on that first setting and push it all the way through, I'd be able to insert the Nitro Mesh's leg into the tube, and it would stop where that split pin is. Okay, so my kit's not quite high enough. Move it up one. See if that's high enough. Maybe move it up another one. Okay, it's high enough now. Push the split pin all the way through. Job done. And if we do that for all 4 legs, we've lifted the whole kit up with those original legs sliding up and down inside these slightly larger outer plastic tubes. So we make 4 of these. I've made 4. Here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and on each of those ends of those legs we have put the rubber foot, and then we can take those upstairs into the studio, tilt the kit over, slide those plastic tubes onto the existing legs, and begin to adjust the height to suit how high we want to have the kit. and hopefully that's going to make it easier for us tall people. Right, so here's the finished product, one of 4. As you can see, I've added a few refinements. M4 machine screws just to hold the inner sleeve, just a little bit more stable. You could glue it in, but I've used those. You can see the split pin that's going to be used to adjust the height, and also at the top another M4 screw which can just be cinched up just a little bit tighter, just to hold the leg in place while you're raising the kit, so you don't need 3 hands to lift the kit and insert the pin and adjust the tube. So let's fit them onto the kit and see how they look. So here's the extensions in place, and if I scan down you'll see that the tube's now sleeving the original leg and the original foot in place, and then the split pin and the original leg now stops here. And if I wanted to raise the original leg, raise the kit, I can do it in 1 inch or 25mm increments at each of these stops. Right now it's at the lowest point, and I'm going to have a go with that and see how it pans